Alright, welcome to another unboxing video. So for this video, we are going to be unboxing Kyojuro Rengoku Kyojuro, if you want to be more Japanese, from the show Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba. So this figure was made by Bandai, part of their Figuarts Zero line. So these figures are unarticulated, so they just come in one whole piece. Besides this one, you could actually remove the face piece. There's two different face pieces with this one, so I mean that's the whole reason why I got this one in the first place, so I can have that face piece. I wasn't gonna go out there and try to buy that 1/4 scale freeing one. That would probably cost you anywhere between like $350 to $450 if you get the one with the polystone flames. That one's cost about like $3,500, maybe up to $4,000 for that figure. So yeah, the next logical place to get a Rengoku figure with a damaged face would have been this Figuarts 01. So that's why I ended up buying this one. And if you guys checked out my last video with the Kocho RFXJ figure from Kotobukiya, I actually unboxed the Ami box where this figure came from. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out. This figure, it cost me 5,940 yen, which comes out to be roughly 50 bucks. The Kocho figure cost me 12,400 yen, which is roughly $104. I ended up choosing EMS for 8,300 yen. And that came out to be about 70 bucks. Altogether, I actually paid during that time in late February, I paid $231.85. So I'm actually getting the Akaza one. It's just got released not too long ago, like a couple of days ago. Today I'm filming on March 27th. So I should get an invoice for that figure somewhere down the line. So when I'm able to pay for everything and get that figure in, I'm gonna definitely do a review on the Akaza one, because this one was released alongside basically the Akaza one. So I want to be able to have both of them. So yeah, before I start unboxing this figure, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. And I'm up to 83 subscribers now, so I'm about 17 subscribers away. And I'm still getting really good comments from people, and people are asking questions because, you know, I'm also new at this. So it really lets me figure out what I need to research on to kind of help make these videos better, be a little bit more informative. So I really appreciate you guys leaving comments and liking the video, and just in general helping out the channel. So go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also check out my blog at otakusin.com. I do the figure reviews there as well in written form. Anything I missed in these videos, I'm definitely going to have it there. And I also cover anime content. So if you guys want to get a deeper look into how I see anime, what animes I like, and why I collect these figures, ultimately is because you know, we all watch these shows. So there's a certain memory, certain aspect to why we collect these things, and so it all brings it full circle into why I collect these figures. And then Rengoku is obviously many people's favorite characters. I really like the character. He's not quite my favorite Hashira, but I really like him and what he means to the show. So yeah, check out my blog for the figure reviews. Check out my blog for other anime reviews. I covered Ranking of Kings. I covered Demon Slayer. Cover Attack on Titan right now. And there's a few other shows coming up, like The Rising of the Shield Hero. I'm going to definitely cover that. So yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my blog at otakusin.com, and let's go ahead and open the box. Again, if you guys want to go ahead and watch that last video, if you guys want to see me open up that Ami 140 size box, you could go ahead and check out that RFXJ Kocho video. One thing about this presentation of this box that I noticed right off the bat is like it's meant to like lay down. It's not supposed to be like up like that. It is supposed to be face down. So it throws you off a little bit because it's not like the typical placement of how they generally do boxes. But in general though, this box, I mean, it's a typical kind of, you know, figure box. You got the pictures of the figures all on the sides, and then you have, you know, the Demon Slayer logo, and then you have pictures of both faceplates. So one on the back of the box, and then one at the top of the box with this regular face. So yeah, it's a cool little design, but we're here for the figure, so let's go ahead and open that up. There's tape on the sides and then this top part, because it looks like it opens up, the flap opens up this way. So let's just go ahead and open that up. You know, this is one cool little thing to note. They actually put the instructions on the little flap right here, which is really cool. This is the first time, personally, me opening a figure that I've seen something like this. So this is a cool, neat little thing. This is a way to kind of save on paper, guys. This is be a little bit more environment friendly. So this is really cool. Here is what the inside of the box looks like. It's just red. All right, and then as you guys can see right here, there's two huge plastic pieces to push in together to keep this figure in place. And then you have the little part where you have a little hole where the other faceplate is. And it looks like they taped the outside of it. And so let's go ahead and cut that off as well. Here is Rengoku's other faceplate, the non-damaged one. Here you can see they just shrink wrap the crap out of the figure. So let's go ahead and unwrap that real quick. It looks like just be careful a little bit because the sword is like right there. And I can see if you go a little bit too wild, we'll open this. It's probably, you might end up breaking it. So just be careful, but wow. Yo, this is pretty dope, man. This is tight. I was not expecting this to feel that good opening this, but man, the flames and everything, this is really good. Especially for the price. Wow. This is really good, guys. I'm pretty impressed. Like, this is way more, this might be way more worth it than paying like $4,000 for that freeing figure. I don't want to keep taking shots at that figure, but I mean, if you want something with flames and then you want, you know, a version of him with the damaged face, like, this is probably it right here. Because the only other one was like the prize one that I found with him with the face like this. So yeah, this is really dope. All right, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and change his face. But I'm going to remove it and put back on his damaged face. So let's go ahead and try changing his face. See, it looks like right here, I think you just grab it straight off. So I just kind of pulled it and then tug at it. His hair comes straight off. Now you could get to his face. And then it just slips straight off. This is pretty scary looking, but and then boom, stick his other face in. See, I kind of just had to leave it on the table first to push it in to kind of get a little bit of pressure, more pressure to push in the face, but it kind of just slipped right in. So not a huge deal. So the hair should be able to just slip back. And boom. All right, let's talk about this figure. So yeah, this, I am pretty impressed with it overall, but of course with figures like these, for the Figuarts Zero for that lower price at $81.99 if you buy it from a retail store, I bought him for 5,940 yen, so that turns out to be around $50. And if you decide to get the really slower shipping, you could save a little bit of money, but that's why I say, hey, you might as well just buy it from a US retail store, because when they get it in stock, it could be months down the line, or you could buy it straight from AmiAmi or another Japanese website, and who knows when it's gonna show up, right? This figure, most definitely, he's worth it for that price. I seen him on Big Bad Toy Store for $81.99. That is a really good price for these kind of figures, because you get the flames, you get the extra detail, you get the more bigger poses, the wow factor in these figures. A lot of where these figures fail at is in the little details. So if you look at all the flames of the painting around his cape, if you just look a little bit closer, even from afar, you could tell something's slightly off. But when you just, you know, get up a little bit closer, you can tell, wow, it's a bit the paint job not that great. And when you look at little bits of his sword and you look up really close, the sword is not that bad. So you have to look up really close and see that there's slightly different, slightly paint errors there. There's like maybe a little bit of white holes that shouldn't like be there, little white paint holes or something. That shouldn't be there. In the middle of his flames, there's like maybe a little chip or something where the plastic is like the mold or something is not like, it's not quite set. It looks like I could flick it off and it's gonna break off. When you look at his back leg, man, it's like really dirty. It's really poorly done, poorly painted, really dirty looking, but it's all the way in the back of his leg. So when you look him up, put it in your display, you're not gonna notice those things. So the biggest thing that you'd want to look nice is actually the cape. And the cape, mediocre. It's mediocre. I didn't get this figure thinking that, wow, I should be getting a super highly detailed figure. I got this figure essentially because he had the damaged face. And I wanted a decent figure, a good pose with a damaged face. And all I found was there was a prize figure of him, which I don't want to get the prize figure. I want to get something a little bit better quality with the figure doing a lot more. So, and then I didn't want to get the freeing version because, okay, I'm paying $400. That pose was that last pose before he went all out against Akaza. Yeah, and then he had the flames and everything. I'm not paying $35 to $4,000 for that figure and paying $400 for that figure without the flames, because I don't want to feel like I'm getting something that's incomplete. Like, that's the kind of buyer I am. I can see if you guys buy them, that's fine. Like, that's on you guys. You guys determine that you're willing to pay $3,500, $4,000. That's fine. I'm not that guy. And I don't want to buy the 1/4 scale without the flames because I would want the one with the flames. So you're kind of stuck in this dilemma where it's just like, all right, I'm just not going to buy either of those. I'm going to buy the next best thing. And I think the next best thing, like, I would want it like a 1/7, 1/6 scale of a damaged face Rengoku like this. But, you know, there isn't one. So the next best case scenario is actually the Figuarts 01, where you get actually change the face. So, which is kind of funny because it's like, does that make it not articulated? Does that make it articulated that you could like change a part on the figure? I don't know. I just learned this literally like 2 weeks ago what articulated means. So it's kind of funny how now we're getting a Figuarts 0 figure where you can change the faceplate. So, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a little bit confusing if there's like a definition for all this. If there is a definition for articulated, or the reason why it's called Figuarts 0 is because you don't need to change anything. So for the more seasoned veteran collectors out there, maybe they have like a better explanation for this. But for me and what I can tell, you know, that is a little bit confusing. But yeah, I am happy with the overall figure. When you know that you only paid like closer to like $82 for this figure, you're just like, yeah, it's cool, it's dope. And for any casual collector, like, let's say like you don't want to get deep into, you don't want to pay $200, $300, $400, $500 for a figure. And let me get these, you know, a value, a budget figure. And that is what the Figuarts 0 is. The same way I feel where Kotobukiya is like, you want a scale figure, but you don't want to pay a lot, that's still really good quality. It starts with Kotobukiya. And if you want a figure that has a really great pose, you know, you have a lot of, you know, special effects to it. Like the Yuji one, he has the you know, the Koksen, the black whatever move that he does. You know, you have all these figures that have like that. You have like more affordable figures that is doing something cool in the pose. And I think that this is right up the alley of like a majority of people, the majority of casual fans. Do I recommend this figure? I really do. I recommend this figure for the casual fan. I recommend this figure for people that, you know, they want a cool looking figure without paying a lot. This is totally for you. But my favorite figure of Rengoku is actually the Mega House one, the Precious Gem one. And the detail, the level of detail, there's no like painting errors or anything on that figure. And it's still a really good pose. It's not a damaged face one, but still, that figure, I really, really like the Mega House one a lot more than this one. Well, I want to say a lot more, but I do like it pretty significantly more than this figure. But this is a nice touch to a different pose with a damaged face of him. And I am getting the Akaza one. I should be getting an invoice from AmiAmi very, very soon. Like I said, today is March 27th when I'm filming this. So I am, hopefully by next week, I'll have them in and then we can have a comparison because they were both kind of released for, you know, to be together, right? It's on the box too that the Akaza one is on there. But ultimately, the figure itself is dope. It's cool. The pose is great. A lot of, because his character design is really red, a lot of flames, all the colors kind of blend in. So from afar, or not from afar, from like a natural distance of like looking at the figure, you're not going to notice his back leg, that dirty portion, that all those like painting errors on the back leg. You're not really going to notice that. You're going to notice like the painting errors on the cape. And that is one thing that maybe if you want a better painted figure, this might not be for you. I guess if you're not okay with the paint from a natural distance looking at it, because I could see the error on there from a natural distance, that could make you not want to buy this figure. There are like dirty portions of his leg, on this back leg. There's like little dirt and stuff, so you might have to like kind of try to clean that off. That's something that, you know, you, like I said, you can probably clean that off. It comes dirty. It doesn't look like it comes permanently like that. So that's something I think you could probably fix. So yeah, I like this figure. If you guys want to go out and you guys want to watch my previous video, that was the AmiAmi box with the Kotobukiya Kocho figure. So this figure, I like it. The price is cool. The amount of flames, I didn't realize how much detail in the flames that there would be, and I think that's gonna be the best part of this figure. You know, the damaged face is the highlight, the base. The face and the base, the face and the base is great. So I always like using that together as like a way to kind of review the figure, because those are two of the biggest important things about this figure. The painting on the cape, you could probably let that slide because of everything else is like so out there that you'll notice first before you notice any painting errors about this figure. And ultimately, it does what it needs to do, especially for the price. I love these figures for the price and what it does for those market people that want to buy these figures of their favorite characters or shows or whatever, because it's affordable and it's cool looking. It fits anywhere. I mean, it's like 6 inches tall. Man, he might be like almost 7.5 inches going across. He's about 6 inches high. 7.5, you know, give or take a little bit. But yeah, he's gonna fit in display. I can't wait to get the Akaza one. I recommend this figure for people that, you know, they don't want to buy these higher end Rengoku figures. This one is like the next best thing. And if you're someone like me that wants a damaged face Rengoku figure, I think this is the best one if you're not getting that freeing one. I like this figure. It's worth it for what I got for it. Ultimately, what I did want was a 1/8 to 1/6 scale of a figure like this that was of a little bit higher quality. So that was ultimately what I wanted, but I settled for this Figuarts 01. I don't think that anyone is gonna be that disappointed for paying that much for a figure like this, because ultimately he does what he needs to do. Face is great, the base is cool. The little errors about it, the little painting errors, the little dirty parts about the figure, it's not that big of a deal. You probably won't notice it. I guess I have nothing else to say. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Go ahead and check out my blog at otakusin.com. I cover more figures there as well. Anything I missed in the video, any updates, it will be on that blog. I also cover anime. If you guys want to understand where I'm coming from when I watch anime and why I collect figures, you could go ahead and go to my blog at otakusin.com. I cover Attack on Titan. I just finished Ranking of Kings, just finished Demon Slayer. And then there's other content. There's more anime coming out, like the Rising of the Shield Hero. I will be covering that. I also did a review over a Jujutsu Kaisen movie, so if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.